Another bull in another potential China shop. Did you hear that Conor McGregor is going to run for president of Ireland?
Is he serious? Is there a chance?
Look, he's an attention whore, and tweeting that immediately got me to say that to 100,000 people or whatever. But like, Jesus Christ, he's saying he'll run for president of Ireland. I hear he's not very popular there. I hear his popularity is with like Americans primarily, and then there's a global audience of kids, I'm sure. But voting Irishmen probably aren't his block. I do also know, I'm pretty sure the president of Ireland is that cool dude, that old chubby guy with the sweet dog. You know, they always show like, I don't know. Oh, he's very popular on Reddit. I think the dog passed away last year, a year or two ago. And this is like tons of pictures of him. He brings the dog everywhere. That's why it's notable. Like the dog's always there with him at events and stuff. It's very sweet. 2025 is upcoming. President, I hold the power to summon the dial and as well as dissolve it. I don't know what that fucking means. That's some Irish parliamentary gobbledygook. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt he'll run for president. I bet it's very expensive, but he's got the money. I don't know. Maybe he runs and does one of those political stunt elections. I don't know anything about Irish politics, but to me it says I ain't fighting no more. Is what it really says. Whether a ballot is ever cast in the name of McGregor or not, I don't think he's going to slap the leather on and jump in the octagon again soon. It doesn't seem like that to me. And poor Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler has been waiting to fight Conor McGregor for 3 or 4 years now. It is a huge payday to fight Conor McGregor. You get pay-per-view points, but the more the pay-per-view makes, obviously the more those points are worth. Conor McGregor pay-per-views are double, triple, quadruple what a normal pay-per-view would be. It's a life-changing, historic kind of thing, and also puts you on a main stage where now sponsors are going to be reaching out to you because you're doing this. Maybe you like put some shine on yourself during it, and it can catapult a good career into a great career. Fighting Conor McGregor can do that to you. He can make you the man. And Conor's just like, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm drinking my stout. I'm snorting my Coke. I'm fucking these short little women. Remember that clip where it looked like he was rebuffing that short little troll lady? Yes. No, he was waiting till the camera was off so he could like get all over.
Did you hear something new?
I saw something new.
Oh,
like, there's more pictures of him like all over. Like he was like, come over here where it's not so bright.
She looked like she was desperately and unsuccessfully going for his attention, and it turns out he was hitting it back, but not when the cameras rolled. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Like you said, it's a big payday to fight Conor if you negotiate it. Cowboy Cerrone didn't. Eddie Alvarez didn't.
He doesn't get points. So.
Cerrone doesn't. Alvarez was the champ. That's who he took the belt from. So he just got his regular deal. I assume it was a good payday. Mm-hmm. Those are the only ones I know for sure.
Yeah. So you've got what Dana will say is he has a contract. What are you talking about? This is another fight on his contract. We don't get a new contract for each fight. He has a 5-fight deal. So he's fighting Conor McGregor. The reason it gets big, like I was saying, is like if someone already has it in their contract that they get points, or I'm sure you can negotiate. If you're going to fight Conor, you're going to be like, look, I want some points.
Or if you have
Cerrone didn't.
And I mentioned that because Nate Diaz was a late replacement when he first fought Conor and beat him. And Nate tells the story. He's like, you know what? I told him, back that truck up, give me some money. So they did. And I said, nah, more. So they did. Now I'm fighting Conor McGregor. And I don't know how much he made. I have $5 million in my head, but I'm low confidence on that.
Yeah.
But apparently he negotiated a one-off deal that's different than his norm.
This week's the Oche, right? Isn't that coming up soon?
Is it?
I don't.
What are we talking about?
The big in the eye or whatever. The sphere card. When does the sphere card have? Because it's I know Pereira is fighting Roundhill or whatever, and also Valentina Shevchenko is trying to get her belt back from Grasso or whoever's holding on to it for now.
It looks like it's October 5th.
Okay, that's the card. That's the card I'm psyched about. I want to see how well they take advantage of the sphere for a fighting event. I'm hoping that the ceiling is like lava or something, and some guy's knocked unconscious and wakes up and thinks he's in hell.
I don't know the fight I'm excited about. Jake Paul Tyson.
That ain't happening.
I thought that was canceled.
Yeah, I think.
Am I out of the loop?
They tried to do all right, here's my theory. I don't know anything. Publicly, they're like, oh yeah, Tyson had a little thing. He had to put it off. So we're gonna have Jake's gonna fight Who did Jake fight and beat up recently?
I
He
don't
fought somebody
remember.
else. He fought I'm spacing out on
No
who he
idea.
fought. They go by
Tyron Woodley.
sides. He already beat him twice.
Oh.
But in any case, I think that Tyson was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. And
So
they
it's-
found a way to excuse him.
It's rescheduled for November 15th.
Oh shit.
Does it not happen? Has it happened? I don't know. But I can
Jake
tell
made
you
fun
that.
of his dead daughter.
Say it again.
Jake said something about Tyson's dead daughter. And I don't know if you know this, but that was one of the crushing events in Tyson's life, aside from losing D'Amato. And there was an interview. It's a very famous interview. And the man's at Tyson's mansion. And he's like, all these belts, all these riches. What does it all mean when you've lost your daughter? His daughter like fell in a swimming pool and drowned or something. And Tyson Tyson starts like breaking down. And he's like, you have to leave now. You understand. You have to leave now. You understand. It's like,
Did he say it's not safe for you? I think that might have been.
Yeah, something like that. It's like, you got to go. He wasn't like offended. He was like so in his emotions and so distraught that he was getting ready to lash out as a defense mechanism.
Was this
Like,
a
he was
long time
hurting.
ago? He lost his daughter?
Yeah, young Tyson.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 25 years ago probably when she died. You know, but
I never
anyway,
even knew this story.
yeah, it's pretty fucked up for him to say that. But you know, it's a fight game. It's whatever. I don't think they'll fight. I didn't think he was going to fight. I thought him coming up with that injury, like whatever he claimed happened was just an excuse to like, you know, I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight this young kid. He's looking pretty tough. You know, I talked to Evander. He told me don't do it. Talked to Lennox Lewis. He said don't do it. I shouldn't be doing this.
All the pro boxers, is like current peak of their game pro boxers, are saying Jake Paul will win. I can't find anyone who seems to think Tyson will win
And
who's
me.
a subject matter expert. Yeah, like my dumb ass. I'm not sure. I don't know. I see Tyson hit a heavy bag and he looks amazing. Someone made an argument, though, that was persuasive for me. They're like, Tyson, at the end of his career, this is still like, I'll make it up, 34-year-old Tyson in shape, trying to make a comeback for the belt. Losing to chumps. Like, do you really think whatever 57-year-old Tyson's better than he was at 35?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, if he was losing to chumps 20 years ago,
that was my point. That was my
Okay.
point. Because I remember some of his last fights. I watched the Lennox Lewis fight on pay-per-view. One of my dad's friends bought it and we went over there, and I remember he had like 5 pounds of prime rib sliced on a table, and I was just eating it by the handful watching Mike Tyson get dominated. Yeah, he shouldn't fight Jake Paul. Jake Paul's a fucking athlete. He's younger, he's stronger, he's faster, he's bigger. He's on every chemical known to man, and Tyson's an old, retired, short fighter who should sell his weed accessories and podcast.
He looked
should
bad
play wings.
against Lennox Lewis. It was crazy. Lennox Lewis just bullied him and won, I think, like every round. And there was hardly 30 seconds in a row where Tyson looked better. But when he lost to Kevin McBride, I don't even know who that is. Like, that's when, like, 38-year-old Tyson lost to Kevin McBride. 58-year-old Tyson's not better than that guy. So,
Yep. Yeah. I was surprised that they even agreed to do the thing. Jake
see.
Paul's got a fucking great, like, whoever, I think it might be him, whoever's the strategist over there, whoever's like, yeah, I think this guy, that guy. There must be a list of guys. I remember when Tyron Woodley was asking for the heat. I remember Jake just had beat up Funky Fresh,
Ben Askren.
And Woodley was backstage, like being a little disrespectful. And I was thinking, like, man, why does Woodley have to go to Jake? Why doesn't Jake have to go to Woodley? Because I thought so much of Woodley. Woodley was this dominant champ in the UFC, and fuck, Jake beats him. And they're like, run it back. And he starches him unconscious, like lays him out like Rocky. And it's like, okay, this guy's real. He's just real. You don't knock Tyron Woodley like that. God damn it, that's
Diaz
right.
is like he's one of the guys known to have good hands in the UFC. And he's not at his prime, but he's not like over the hill like Tyson either.
Yeah. Late 30s.
Yeah. So anyway,
Jake's
that's probably
real.
enough fight talk. But Jake is really good. You know, everyone's like, he strategically chooses his, professional athletes that he beats. And
Everyone
I'm like, I can't strategically choose which professional athletes I beat. Like, I would lose to all of them. He hasn't fought a single guy I could beat. So
100%.
he's doing something right.